What is going on, ladies and germs? Christian Hanna Horror here with another Keeping It Real Wednesday is what I like to call it. Basically, just a day where I show you stuff from my collection. We talk about some stuff. I don't edit much for two reasons. Because one, I'm lazy during the week and I work 12-hour days. And two, it gives me a chance to really just be me and talk in front of the camera and let you see how ridiculous of a person I truly am. So today, what I wanted to do was show some cool slasher movie Laserdiscs. Now, some of these, you'll have to lighten up on the word slasher. It kind of falls in that category. Some of them are 100 billion% slasher movies. Actually, most of them are. But I pulled some out that were cool. So without further ado, I've just got a stack of cool slasher movie Laserdiscs I want to share. Some that I don't think I've ever shown before. Some maybe I have, but without further ado, let's start with a good one. Let's start with The Fog. Look at that, guys. Now, this is a widescreen special edition of The Fog. This is from mid-1990s, I believe, 94, 95. Image Entertainment, they were a mainstay in the Laserdisc category. Laserdisc era back in the day. Elite Entertainment did a lot of great stuff with horror movies. I've got some more, as you'll see. I think a lot of these are actually Elites. And this is a great presentation of The Fog, a widescreen edition that sounds and looks really good. Special thanks to Junka. Okay, so I don't know if there's any special features on that, but, you know, there's that. We've also got Candyman. Now, we can no longer say that this is going to be the only Candyman because it's getting remade relatively soon. I don't know how to feel about that, guys, but I adore this original movie, this original Candyman. I adore it to no end. I love everything. I love Virginia. I love Tony. I love the whole cast of this movie. I love the sound of this movie. I love the look of this movie. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and that is the Candyman, and it'll always be one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Okay, so I excluded mainstay slashers for the most part. You already saw all my Nightmares. You already saw all my Halloweens. You already saw all my Friday the 13th. You saw some of my Texas Chainsaw ones, but not all of them. And I have never shown my Child's Play videos recently, but I pulled one out for now. I have 1, 2, and 3. I don't have Bride, but here's Child's Play 2 on Laserdisc. Look at that, guys. Great artwork. This Laserdisc is probably a 9 out of 10 in terms of what do you call it? It's a 9 out of 10 on the grade scale. It's in very good condition. So, wow. Sometimes the artwork on these really just blow me away when I look at them again. This is why I like Laserdisc for a vain reason. You know, I'm not very technical. I don't really know sound this, picture ratio that, this or that. I'm a vain guy. I really got into these because they were big and beautiful, kind of like the record craze of today. This is the return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, also known as Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation. Now, this is a Japanese Laserdisc. It's the only way you can get this movie on Laserdisc, by the way. It did not get a U.S. release on Laserdisc, and it's quite a shame because I actually enjoyed this film. I really think that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation is a crazy, fun movie with some really. I really like the Illuminati type thing where they were, you know, they're a government family used to, you know, make people disappear and stuff. I thought that was hilarious. So, you know, this is a really cool one, guys. You're gonna love this. My Bloody Valentine. Look at that. Paramount. You'll notice with some of these Paramount tapes, they had the same look. Artwork, just solid color artwork with video Laserdisc in the corner. So My Bloody Valentine, we all know that this is getting a legitimate, really beautiful Blu-ray uncut release. This is not uncut, by the way. This is not uncut. This is just strictly theatrical, pan and scan. But surprisingly, it looks okay. You know, some Laserdiscs, they just get better scans than others, I've noticed, especially in my collection. I understand that laser rot is a thing, but sometimes some of them just look better than others. This is a movie that Charles Band did a long time ago called Tourist Trap. Wow. Tourist Trap is on Blu-ray. You can get it on Blu-ray. I know it's on Shudder. This is a really creepy movie. If you're afraid of mannequins, don't watch this movie, or watch this movie because maybe you'll like it for that reason. But I really like Tourist Trap. What a creepy, fun movie. Coming up next is another one I love to watch on Laser. That is the original Scream. Scream, I have a love-hate relationship with Scream. Sometimes I really like it. Sometimes I'm burnt out on it. Sometimes I think I Know What You Did Last Summer is the better movie. And other times I think, no, Scream really was just a good movie. The only thing, and God rest him, Wes Craven is a brilliant man. He did some really great films. But I always feel like Kevin Williamson should be the guy more so noted for this than Wes. Yes, Wes Craven directed the movie, but Kevin wrote the movie. He wrote the entire movie. So I always like to praise Kevin. He is the guy that wrote the late 90s era of horror, so to speak. Okay, another great one, Terror Train. Happy New Year, late New Year, everybody. I know this is a New Year's movie. This is a CBS Fox video, kind of a boring look that they do with the blue down here. I wish they wouldn't do it. I wish they'd just keep it all black, but, you know, and then that boring on the back, white. Who wants that? But you got some pictures, so fun movie. This is fun to watch on Laserdisc. This one's going to really make some people mad. Why do you even own that? But, you know, this is the remake of Psycho. And the cool thing about these guys, this is the reason I want to show it, these Universal Signature Collections. Now, this came out right at the tail end of Laserdisc, like the late 90s. Always amazing art. And gatefold and stuff. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And yes, I kind of like the remake of Psycho because it is a shot-for-shot remake. So at least you know what you're getting. It's a guilty pleasure, I guess you could say. I don't know. I'll watch this one every now and again. Okay, so lighten up on the term slasher, but, you know, whatever. I wanted to show this. This is Wishmaster. I love Wishmaster, guys. I think it's a great movie. It's got this cool little sticker. It says, Special Edition Features, Wicked Wish's original documentary, audio commentary, Dolby Digital Surround, AC3, original widescreen aspect ratio. Just a stellar, fun movie. If you guys have not seen Wishmaster, I highly suggest getting your hands on the Vestron Video Collection. 1 and 2 are great. 3 is okay, in my opinion. But, you know. Coming up next, let's show some Leprechaun. Well, why not, right? Let's show some Leprechaun. So there's Leprechaun, guys. Oh, my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful artwork on that. Okay, right there. That's my favorite quote. World of Fandom. Joseph McCurry. He's meaner than Freddy. That is awesome. That's the best way to describe Leprechaun. Well, I think by that point he was meaner than Freddy, right? Not by the first movie of Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, now the original Leprechaun. Unfortunately, these are the only 2 Leprechaun laser discs that I own. I'd love to get my hands on 3, especially 4. But these are the 2 that I own. And, you know, the first one's my favorite. The first Leprechaun will always be my favorite Leprechaun. Although 2 gives it a run for its money in different ways. Really, really bad acting. Okay, so let's look at the Psychos. I do have the Psychos. This is Psycho 4, the beginning. I kind of like Psycho 4. I think it's actually one of Mick Garris's better movies. This is a fan favorite, Psycho 3. I know a lot of people really dig Psycho 3 because it really is the slasher one of the bunch. You know, of course, Psycho built the template, but, like, you know, Psycho 3 is like what the mid-'80s slashers really felt like. Actually, this is probably the fan favorite, Psycho 2. Now, this is I don't think this is a widescreen. This is just a regular, you know, written by Tom Holland. That's awesome. Tom Holland, as we know, directed the first Child's Play and really shaped the movie into what we know and have seen today. Okay, so here's a really cool one. You don't see many people showing this. April Fool's Day. Now, April Fool's Day is a good movie, guys. I actually really like April Fool's Day. It's really enjoyable. And this is great cover art. Look at the cover art for this. She has her hair in a noose. And she's got the knife behind her back with a stellar cast. Amy Steele from Friday the 13th. Biff from Back to the Future's in there. And other names that I can't just remember off the top of my head. I love April Fool's Day, guys. Now, this is also getting a nice Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Don't skip it, guys. I'm telling you, go ahead and get April Fool's Day. It's different. It's different in a way that I can't really describe without giving it away. Get April Fool's Day when it comes out, you know. Or if you're a Laserdisc person, track this down. So, you know. Okay, so let's look at a couple more. Pinocchio's Revenge. Now, this was the mid-'90s blockbuster type of horror movie that went straight there. The rental store movie. I actually like this movie. I think it was way better than it should have been. You know, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I really liked Pinocchio's Revenge. It's a pretty enjoyable movie. I really liked it. So, check that out. You know, Pinocchio's Revenge. And last but not least, a really dark movie, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Look at that, guys. Ooh, that's creepy. That guy was messed up. That's a good movie. I really like Henry. So that's all we got. I've got a ton more, guys. We could do a zombie Laserdisc collection. We could do horror comedies, maybe. You know, we could do more. But I just wanted to show that, guys. Those are some cool slasher horror Laserdiscs that I have. As I said, I've already shown the Halloweens and the Fridays and the Nightmares. So let's do something different to show off other ones that are just gorgeous artwork, right? So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. This has been a fun experience with you. If you've stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. So this is Christian Hanna Horror. I love you guys. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.